there. I am Veronica Drake, and what you are about to experience is a conversation between me and Source. Source being the Almighty, the I Am, the Creator, God, whatever label you choose to put on Source. Now, what happens? I grab my coffee, because you know I love my coffee, and I ask a question, and Source and I have a conversation. So, my question today: what happens when we die? Source: you don't. That's the simple answer. V: okay, I get that, but let's make believe I'm human and talk me through it. Source: gotcha. Death is not an end, it's only the beginning. The beginning of what's next for your soul. You know what happens to the body. It shuts down, either from natural forces or what you would call unnatural forces. As the body prepares to leave, the soul has been doing its work for months and months ahead of time. V: you mean the soul knows we're dying? Source: yes, it does. Remember, it is the blueprint to your life, to this life, to every life. It has all the answers. It's like Google. V: now that's funny. If I could just Google up my soul, there would be my answers. Source: well, V, isn't that what you do? Source: isn't that what you're doing right now? Googling up a connection with your soul, your higher self? Me? Source? V: I think you're right. Never thought about it that way. So could I find out when my time on earth is up? Source: never. This is not something for humans. There's no one that will ever know ahead of time. Absolutely no one. At least not with definitiveness. Not that you can trust. Let's say you've been feeling ill and you can feel the decay of your physical body. You may even feel the urge of your soul to return home, but you will never know exactly when. V: is our death predetermined? Source: yes, in a sense it is. It's not written in stone, as you say, but rather in sand. V: what does that mean? Source: well, if you write it in stone, it's solid. It's locked in there. There's no movement. If it's written in sand, it can be washed away. It can be changed. Now, that's not something that happens randomly. Rather, it's within the contract that your soul has. V: there are soul contracts. Everybody on earth, or at least the people I come in contact with, are super interested in soul contracts, almost obsessed with them. Source: well, aren't you? V: no, not really. I just know that whatever is playing out in my life as part of my contract, it's all meant to grow me. Source: you're very wise. This is the truth. V: well, thank you. So can we go back to what happens when you die? Source: sure. The body prepares, and so does the soul. The soul seeks out the energy of other souls that are part of its soul tribe, almost like pre-planning. V: why do people fear death? Source: like anything else, it's the unknown, a sense of helplessness, a lack of control, when in reality, it is when they are in the most power. The only way that I can help you understand what happens when you die is to put it into human terms, which falls short. I know you talk about the life review, and you do it quite well. This review, as you call it, is so that the soul can capture its learning, its experiences during this lifetime. It's also so the soul can see where its deficits are, where its shortcomings are. What does it need to experience during its next lifetime? That's the simplest version of it. You can call up any image you'd like in your mind. Maybe you see a table, someone stepping up to it, sitting down and reviewing it with older souls, or maybe you see someone turning in a written report. Whatever you see as the process, it's okay with me. Remember, you are creators. You are the creator of your reality. V: So does this mean the process is different for everyone? Source. Yes, you could say that. There isn't one simple size that fits all. And it's the process that's unique to the human. Be sure that every single soul has to review its lifetime, but every soul is unique and will experience its review uniquely. That is why it's difficult to give one main answer, because as you say, one size does not fit all. V. I just picture in my head some people dancing in, spinning around with 3D goggles on, and maybe another person walking in very somberly and quietly and checking off boxes at a long table. V. Do you carry your personality with you when you die? Source. Yes, to an extent. The personality that you carry with you as part of you. It's the part of you that the soul family that existed on the earth plane at the same time will recognize. V. When you say recognize, do you mean through mediumship readings or when they meet on the other side? Source. Either. Instead of personality, think frequency, think vibration. On earth, we call it personality. If you're a charismatic, enthusiastic person like you are, V, people recognize that about you. And they say words like that to describe you. On the other side, as you call it, there is a feeling, there is a frequency, there is a vibration that you are identified by. It is uniquely yours. V. I get it. It's really hard being human and trying to wrap your head around something that's not human, but I'm trying to simplify it. Source. You're doing a great job. Just keep in touch with me. You have these words back to basic. They're more relevant at this time than you realize. Do you know the phrase, history repeats itself? Well, going back to basics is the history of your soul coming forward and repeating itself in order to heal itself. This is the year of the soul, and you are leading the way. That concludes the transmission. Now, I have to admit, I had so many more questions based on this, but I'm cutting it off short and sweet right here, and we're going to pick it up next week. So, if you're looking to go back to basics, if you're looking to jump into your own soul's revelation, experience, blueprint, purpose, mission, you need to start with a past life reading. Now, one size doesn't fit all. And so, am I your girl? I think so. Am I going to give you a unique experience? I know so. So, use the link below, book your own past life reading, and let's find out what your mission is, why you're here, what's your soul's purpose.